Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Hello, 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 Alan. Welcome all. It's 7 p.m. on the East Coast. You know what time that means? It's time for Thursday Night Trash Talk, White Trash Motorsports. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope well. I just got the hiccups for no reason. I haven't had the hiccups for years. Now all of a sudden I got the hiccups. So if you guys bear with me for 1 second, get this out of my system here, and then we'll be up and going. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, that's weird, man. I just got the hiccups out of nowhere. Uh, it's calm before the storm here right now. We got some storms coming in, so we figured we'd go out here. I want to show you guys what I've been up to. I've been a little bit busy last night, and for a little bit this afternoon. Excuse me, man. I hate having hiccups. There we go. Let's try that. Oh, let's take a hold our breath here and try to shake these hiccups. But let me take you for a little walk here and show you something. Oh, we've started on the deck here, as you can see. Look, guys, there's actually wood on the deck of my trailer again. I've had it for so long with the deck going bad, I forgot what it looks like with a regular deck, but it's got to be sealed yet. I got to pick up some new fenders and stuff, but it's coming along. I got to go pick up some tech screws to screw the deck down. I just fitted on there and got them slid in place right now. Man, I don't know how to act with this thing, man, because the last trailer, when I got this trailer 19 years ago, it just had rough cut on it, so the deck's never looked this good on this trailer. It served me well, and I got my money out of it. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's a lot better. Yeah, it served me well, but it looks a lot better now. We're happy with it. Because I was thinking, yeah, I can go out and rent a trailer to go to these events when we want to go, but in all honesty, what I'm investing in a rental, what I paid last year for a rental to go to the No Name Nationals, I could have just put in my trailer and had my trailer done. So we're getting the trailer ready that way. Like I said, it's nice. If I need to haul anything from equipment to cars to furniture or, playground equipment, find a swing set for the grandbaby, anything, I can load it all onto the trailer and haul it where I need to haul. I mean, like I said, didn't make a lot of progress on the shop this week. It's getting there. Amanda picked me up this toolbox at a yard sale. I mean, it's not super fancy, but it's going to do the job. It'll help us organize a little bit. It's more like a roller cart, so to give me a place to store some of my stuff. Yeah. Said right as I went live, I got the hiccups for some reason. About over them now, but that was weird. I showed everybody the new trailer. Well, the new deck on the trailer. Dwayne said it looks good. Which it does, considering that trailer never looked that nice because it had rough cut on it when I got it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, we was gonna go to Keystone and run that streetcar night, but now it looks like it's not happening because with the weather coming in, they moved everything. They moved the Saturday event, the fan appreciation night. They moved that to tomorrow, but it's gonna rain tomorrow, so who knows? Either way, since they're having a fan appreciation, they're gonna have a test in the tune. I think they're gonna have a gambler race. I believe they're gonna have a gambler race too, but it's not gonna be the same because it was gonna be streetcar night, open to streetcars only. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna have classes of race car there instead of just streetcars.
Right. That's what they say.
Man, I got tore up by a mosquito
Yeah.
in the back of the leg. Blood suckers. Yeah. No, I don't know. I just stand there. Got my back of the leg all swelled up. Itchy. Get the insect repellent out.
Yeah.
In other news, I haven't run the car for the last 2 days because I noticed the other night when I came down to the shop that something, I don't know if it was a combination of the hot roads and the really warm weather, but something that basically looked like someone took a grinder to my rear tires. I need those to compete, so I didn't want to destroy them. Okay, so now maybe the mosquitoes will leave me alone. Don't eat DEET, it's bad. Well, I got the DEET out, I should show them a trick with the DEET on the headlight. The DEET works really well on headlights. That's a little pro tip here. If you got yellowed plastic headlights, a little bit of DEET, man, will clean them right up. It's amazing what that stuff will do. But it's nice out here. I mean, it's finally summertime. Thanks everybody for dropping in, saying hi. We appreciate it. It's finally summertime, guys. Fresh cut hayfield in the background. Good times.
Pretty much like that, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's everybody up to tonight? Shout out. Whose house is it raining at and whose house is it not raining at? It's not raining here, but we're under a severe thunderstorm warning. That guy just ran that car completely off the road. The stuff you see when you're walking around with a camera in hand. I need to grab a couple paper towels and show you something.
Here, I'll grab them.
Well, I got some in there. This headlight's a little yellowed. We'll show it right on this headlight. Let me set you up real quick and I'll run back in and grab my DEET and I'm going to show you something.
I got it.
Can you guys see the yellowing on the top of the headlight there? See how it's cloudy and yellow? We're going to show you a little trick here. The more DEET you have in the spray, the better it works. There's something about the DEET that softens the plastic, but this stuff here is 40% DEET, so it'll really take this hazing off of here and these headlights will look new. But disclaimer, once you do that, you need to go ahead and at least wax them because they will oxidize again quickly. So if you do that, you can use the DEET on them, but just remember, if you don't wax them, they're just going to turn yellow again in a couple days. But if you spray a little bit of DEET on it and it softens the plastic up, and look at that, guys. Look at that crud that just wipes right off of there. It's like magic.
Maybe I'll be able to see.
It takes all the yellowing off the headlight. Just like that. I mean,
It really works.
yeah. Look at that yuckiness. It just took off of there. That's just a little spray of it just on the headlight. I don't know what causes it. All I know is DEET does something to the actual plastic. And anybody that's ever sprayed insect repellent on, if you got like a pair of flip-flops on or something, and notice how if you get a little bit on your shoe, it makes your shoe like sticky. Whatever this DEET does is it just softens up the surface. That's a cheap trick. It might not last for a long time. Like I said, if you wax them, they will last. That's something if you find yourself out somewhere and your headlights are kind of yellowed over, not working too well, and you need a little more light to get home, grab you some insect repellent, guys, and hit it. It works pretty well.
I only had bad weather yesterday.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah. I'm glad everything worked out for you, Alan, that you're not stuck out bad weather. They're calling for it here, but we don't know what we're going to get yet. So, you know how that is with the weather guy, man. That's the perfect job. the weather guy can actually be more wrong than a YouTuber and still get away with and keep his job.
They're loud.
What's that?
They're loud.
Well, they're loud. I mean, you don't notice now. It's okay, guys. I know we're going to drift off topic a little bit, but it's summertime. Pretty much wherever you're at, wherever I'm at, anywhere in the northern hemisphere right now, it's summertime. And summertime means warm. I mean, I've enjoyed a few summers in my lifetime that, and I can probably remember, at least 40 of them that I can remember. And it's always in the 80s in July. But now all of a sudden that it's in the 80s in July, these guys are like, oh, it's the hottest ever and we're all going to die. What is going on with that, guys? Who can answer that question? I think it's a conspiracy theory. I also heard people saying that they changed the way they was taking temperature. Temperature used to be taken, in a place out of the shade or out of the sunlight, and all that. And I heard reports that some of the airports moved their thermometers down closer to the tarmac, probably as a way for the government to lie and keep the numbers. Just like they used to give you the normal temperature, now they give you the average temperature because it's easier to really skew the average temperature because you get one cool day with rain and that can drop your overall average down, you know what I mean? So when it used to tell you like, oh, the normal high is 85 degrees, now you have one summer and you get like rain for a couple of days and you only have a couple of days in the 70s and then that average drops it down. Then you get Nimrods on your TV trying to tell you that 81 is the average high temperature for mid-July. Yeah, in this area. Yeah, okay. I believe that. How come I never remember it being that cold in July? I always remember it being warm.
Yeah. Like upper 80s and 90s.
Yeah. We're all ready, guys. We just need something to pop off so we can go do something. That's all. Car's ready to run. Seems like every opportunity we get, we miss. We missed last week's opportunity because of circumstances out of our control that we couldn't make it. We couldn't get everything done in time to be able to go. So we went to watch the fireworks at Keystone last weekend. Was that Saturday night we went? It was Friday, Saturday. Last Saturday we went to Keystone and watched
Funny cars.
funny cars and the fireworks. The funny cars were disappointing because they didn't mention in none of the flyers that none of the funny cars there were actually running nitro. So
Yeah.
so a funny car without nitro is kind of like the 4th of July without fireworks. What's the point?
Pretty much.
You want to watch guys run alcohol cars. I mean, an E85 car is technically an alcohol car, so we was really disappointed when we got there. The funny cars were running alcohol. I had Amanda all excited. I was like, "Oh, you're gonna love it. Nitromethane's awesome,
Hello, Bear Rose Garage.
Hey, what's up, Bear Rose? I seen you out. How's things working out there in California, in the land of fruits and nuts? I seen you made it out there. Hope everything's good on your end, brother. Just watch out for all them crazies there in Cali, man. We got some good dudes in Cali, but there's a lot of crazies in Cali, too. So I hope you're safe. Hope the trip's going well. I hope everything's working out. Said we're like the guy, what was that movie, oh crap, what was that one movie that Eddie Murphy and them was in? Remember where they were in prison? Remember where they got put in prison? They didn't do nothing, they got locked up. I can't think of the name of that movie. Remember the one guy on there can't get right. That's about our racing program right now. We can't get right because everything we try doesn't work out.
No.
The car is running right, so that's good.
Too
We have-
many Teslas and Rolls. Can't wait to be back in the land of
living. That's what
Yeah.
they said. That's what they wrote there.
Yeah, Cali's beautiful, man, but
And
it's,
Teslas.
hey, I have a friend of mine, he was talking about racing a Tesla the other day. They was talking about it, and yeah, I understand it's fast, man, but I just can't get with it, man. It just, Ed was telling us yesterday about his friend has one of them plaids. It's about how fast it is, and I think that's cool, but it's still a glorified golf cart. And he says at 155, it just like hits a brick wall because it just can't go any faster. Like, that's about the maximum RPM that the gearboxes and everything and the thing will let it go. So he said at 155, it just stops. It doesn't accelerate anymore, it just flatlines.
Pat Max. Hello, Pat Max.
Yeah, Pat's been here. Pat's the one that was waiting, I think, because he's
No,
been
he
here
just
since we
popped
started.
on.
Huh?
He just showed up.
Pat's been here.
No, you just said, hey, y'all.
Well, he might have popped out and come back because Pat was here earlier. Pat was
Well, he's
before
here
anybody.
now. I can't say he wasn't here earlier, but he's here now. I do
Yeah.
know that.
Light out here.
Huh?
I said, I get my light out here. I said that way.
Yeah, when it starts to rain, you'll be moving inside.
It's not gonna hurt the light. The light's kind of water resistant. It's in its case, but we'll need it for later. We'll see how long this one lasts. My last Harbor Freight light like this lasted like
Couple days.
yeah, like it might have lasted a couple of weeks, and then it just quit. It works now. It quit charging right. It'll charge sometimes, sometimes it won't. Something's wrong with the electronics in it. But
It'll be alright. You'll get it.
this is the one that Dwayne got the other day when we was at the.
What do you do when you break it? You buy another one? Not for me. I use the 9/16 and a Smile. LOL. Bell Roach Garage said that. Now it kicks me somehow. I just now seen me on. That was Pat.
Yeah.
It kicked him off and then he just seen me back on.
Yeah, we like to. Well, like I said, we ain't broke nothing now, but nothing's been happening to be able to go break.
You can't go do nothing to break it.
No. We got into a little bit of street action, but that's about all. We was testing on the street weekend before last. That was when we bent the push rod and all that. We want to go to some events, but it, like I said, it either seems that it gets rained out or canceled for one reason or another, or the ones that are further away that we just couldn't make. I wanted to go to Katy Driveway. I wanted to be there in a bad way, but it just wasn't gonna happen. And then I just seen the other big no prep, War in the Woods. Guess what? It's happened at the same time No Name Nationals is happening.
Ah, that's not.
Yeah.
That ain't
So
good.
that's not gonna happen. I just seen it today. They was talking about because War in the Woods, end of summer race at War in the Woods, they're having it the same days as the No Name Nationals. So,
Wow.
so that one's not gonna happen.
Where's that at?
Brown County, Indiana.
Wow.
That's that sketchy track. It's like, well, they fixed a lot. First time they ran that I seen them when their guys were down there. There was cars running off into the woods and hitting hay bales, and it was pretty.
Wicked. Pretty wicked.
Yeah, it's crazy down there. I just like said, my thing is I just want to go to KD. I want to hit the hill one time. That's got to be the coolest thing ever. Is just down and then up that steep hill.
I seen it. That
Yeah.
looks well.
That looks crazy. Want to do the hill of KD. We'll get there to do it. The truck hasn't gotten any prettier, but it's running well. It's doing good. No issues with the truck. Which I didn't think there would be. But there was the thing, that people will always stress like that and they get worried and they're like, well, I don't want to, like even Hillary was saying, I was talking to Hillary and she said, people, get like that, they're afraid to take a car on a trip. But I heard someone talking. But you got, they're afraid to take car on a trip, but yet they'll drive it everywhere local home, and they'll put way more money, and it's harder miles. I drive around here back and forth. I'm up mountain, I'm down the mountain. I'm up the mountain, I'm down the mountain. I'm stop and go. I'm out back roads. And, you know, you're stopping. It's shifting up through all the gears. It's down shifting. It's back up. You're doing all that, and I put, you know, the mileage on the truck just in the last week that I would have put running it down to Katy Dragway. No issue. So why? You're far less likely to have an issue once you're, you know, on the highway and you're up in overdrive and you're just cruising along. So I mean, I don't know why people stress over it anymore. Just like with last year with Wayne's truck, you know, that truck ran fine down there in the 700-mile trip to Missouri. Yeah, trim this. We had it that last Saturday night. We had one. This one was trying to catch on fire too. We stopped it. It was melting. It wasn't catching on fire. We had the misfire, and I said we had the misfire. But, you know, he didn't believe me. I know my car. I know when my car is running right. When my car ain't running right. I know my car. I knew it wasn't running right. That's melted the emitter. Hold on, guys. Going to little surgery here.
Doing some surgery, huh?
Oh, look at that. That inner fender has the same texture as the exhaust strap. It looks like snakeskin.
It does, doesn't it?
That stuff works amazingly well. It does hold the heat in good. I'm surprised how well it just sucks touching it because it gets in your skin.
Don't touch it.
I've been trying to
Don't
organize slowly.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah, we're getting there, guys. I know it.
Take some time.
I was gonna go on in and search and see what was going on locally. I don't know any big events. They won't let us run the flashlight drag because, you know, the old guys in their C6 Corvettes and stuff don't want to get outrun by people in junk cobbled together. So of course they dictate the rules and they won't let you run. You know, I'll give at least Keystone, I'll give them credit, like with the street class, that they allow slicks, because that's realistic, because some of us knuckleheads are dumb enough to drive around with slicks all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, just because it has slick, there doesn't mean it's not a street car, it just means the owner's an idiot driving around on it. That's all. I scored a bunch of, where are they here?
No.
The full sets here. These right here, these snap-on wrenches, they was in a bin I bought for $10 at a yard sale. I got the full set of them though, every size from small to 7/8. It's 7/8, and I just grabbed random ones. This is 3/4, 9/16. I don't know. It's an oddball wrench, like an offset, but yeah, I got the whole set for $10. Yard sale.
Yard sale, sometimes you can find
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, I got a bunch of cool stuff.
You got one year I found that stuff.
You found that nitrous kit.
That
for
nitrous
$25.
kit.
A whole nitrous, nitrous oxide systems power shot kit
Yeah, for $25.
for $25, and it had
For
it had both plates. It had the carb plate or had the Holly and the spread board. So it had the 4150 plate and the spread board plate.
Yeah.
It had the micro switch, the push button, all the lines, something like that, were $25.
Yeah. Remember I called nice.
Yeah, I mean the bottle's a little outdated, but hey, it's a nitrous bottle. Yeah, 'cause you called me about it. You said about buying it just for a spare bottle.
But I didn't know she'd give me
Yeah, we
everything.
didn't know the whole kit was there. So I was somewhere, and she called me. She's like, "Hey, I'm at this yard sale, and they got a nitrous oxide bottle there for $25. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, those bottles are a couple $100. Yeah, I'll take that bottle for that price." So she takes the bottle up, the lady to pay for it, and the lady's like, hold on, let me get the rest of the kit. She went in the garage to come out with a box that had everything else in it. It was a complete kit.
Yeah.
At the time, that kit was like $465. Like I said, yes, it's an older kit. It's just the smaller up to 150 because it's got the 4AN line, but it's cool to have an extra nitrous kit at the house because then you can get into shenanigans. If somebody pops in and wants some nitrous, or you can talk your friend into, hey man, let's spray your car just to see what it does.
Well, yeah.
And like I said, man, they got that roller cart for $10. And there were some ratchets in there. I mean, look at that whole box of plumbing stuff I got for $10. They had like 2 brand new faucets, supply lines, all them fittings, everything. Something blew mine, dirt or something.
How are you, bud?
But yeah, we're trying, guys. It's we're watching summer fade away, and it seems like every time we try to go do something, we can't get right. Look at that, I got a line on. Ooh. Wonder why that came on.
I don't know.
Well, let's put that back on, because that needs to be on. That was boost line. Boost
Boost?
reference line.
Oh, wow.
A boost reference line.
That was on.
Yeah, it's probably had been off for a couple days.
It had to be, because you wasn't running for a couple
Maybe
days.
it's zip tie put on or something.
You haven't been driving it for 2 days.
Huh?
You didn't drive it for 2 days.
Yeah, well, I said that.
Probably a good thing. Because you didn't
It
know
wouldn't
it.
have hurt anything, it just wouldn't that's the reference line from the turbo going to the key, to where both turbos are keyed together, and it's feeding the, that's feeding the MAC valve, and it's feeding the top of the wastegate, so it was zip tie, so it doesn't pull up. That hose a little loose on there until I get them fittings to adapt over. I probably knocked it off when I was doing something under there earlier. I didn't know what I was on there. Who knows? Who cares?
We don't know what you're doing.
Huh?
So I don't know what you're doing.
I need to be down here. I need the new back trailer down here. I got the parts for the dovetail. It's cutting them out. They're cut. I need to go get some cutoff wheels though, because I'm about out of cutoff wheels. Or I could just order them on Amazon, but Amazon sucks anymore. Wonder if they're having problems with Amazon like we're having lately.
I don't know. All that stuff I ordered the other day should have been here tomorrow. Or today, and it ain't coming until next week.
I ordered that trailer kit. The new shackles and the spring bushings and stuff for the trailer.
Ain't coming till next week. My
Yeah.
stuff, the 21st. Or
Next Monday.
I don't know what mine's coming. I guess I'll get it when it gets here.
Yeah, it just sucks though, because you pay for Prime.
Well, I pay for Prime.
You pay for Prime for 2 days shipping, and any more than you ship off Amazon, you're waiting at least 3 or 4 days. It's terrible. See, we're gonna put once over. It's about right. And get back the trailer down there. Deal with that. That's there. I don't know. It is what it is. Everything is and nothing isn't. I got thermal sleeves.
What all you gotta do to the trailer? What all you gotta do to the trailer yet?
I'm gonna extend it another 2 feet. It's gonna come out and angle down, extended 2 feet that way. The ramps won't be as steep pulling onto the trailer. They won't hit the back of the car when they're folded up. The trailer will be more useful. That trailer is as tall decked as that trailer is. It needs a dovetail on it, and it should have had one anyway. I mean, it just.
I guess so.
The guys that built that trailer were just throwing stuff together to make it work. Because it was Grendel and Greenwald that put that trailer together, so. And sometimes I don't even think they were trying. I think they were just.
Goofing off.
No, they weren't goofing off. They were just holding stuff up and welding it, though. That was the problem. there was no rhyme or reason to half the stuff they did. They added all them extra cross members. I mean, I bet I don't know how many I cut out. I cut a lot of cross members out of that thing. When they cut, there was every other cross member. They welded a new cross member between every, and you don't need that many cross members in a,
They didn't
especially in all we're ever hauling. The most I ever really haul in there is like Kevin's skid loader. You know, it's like 6,500 pounds. His skid loader. It's not super heavy, so it's not like, you know, we haul a lot in it.
Oh,
We don't haul super heavy, so we don't need that many cross members. That's just extra weight. That's why our trailer was so heavy. They had all that extra steel load. But all said and done, I'll have pretty much a brand new trailer for, you know, probably half of it. If I buy the nice fenders for it too, if I buy the nice fenders, put 4 new tires on it, change it over to the 8-lug wheels to get rid of them 14.5 wheels. If I do all that, I'll still be into the thing for less than $1,000 completely rebuild it, which I paid $400 for it 19 years ago. So
oh yeah.
it seemed expensive, but in reality it's not, because you can't buy a 16. Oh, that's a nice Ford one there. You can't buy a 16 or an 18-foot trailer, I don't think, for like less than $3,000. So it'll be worth it.
And when they do have one there cheaper, they don't have titles.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, to go buy a new one. But that's basically what I'll have, is that when it's all said and done, I'll have a new trailer. I'll either gonna be new on the trailer, I could bring it down here if we can do that. It's gonna be something to do anyway. Cause I really wanna probably back it in, I don't wanna let it out in the weather, that board, all that wood's untreated yet.
What are you treating it with?
Probably gonna put Thompson's water seal or something like that, some kind of clear polyurethane wood treatment, but I'm gonna do that, I gotta get it painted on there before I screw the boards down, because that way I can do the sides and the bottom of the boards easier before you screw them down on trailers, like put it on there, put the screws in it, and then come back and touch it up where I put the screws in, but and like me and Dwayne, we was talking, he said I should just keep it clear. He said it looks, the fresh board look looks better, so he agreed. But then I said later on, as the deck ages and gets beat up, I'll probably put bed liner on it. Cause then that'll protect the wood, but it'll protect the wood, but at the same time, you know, I mean, it'll hide any of the imperfections or anything that gets beat up into it. But we could do that. Keep them entertained while I move vehicles around real quick.
Keep them entertained.
Yeah. Come around and talk to them or whatever while I move the car back.
Well, guys, he's moving the car and he's going to bring the truck and the trailer down. So I'm supposed to keep you entertained. And so what's happening, everybody? What's Schultz be up to tonight? What are you up to, Schultz? What are you all up to? What you up to, Matt? Anybody? So what are y'all up to? Hello, Kim Passable. How you doing tonight? They just went to move the car to bring the truck trailer down. Yeah, it's pretty warm here too, Kim. Relaxing now in here, that's a good thing to be doing. I'll do that later, after videos. What you up to, Schultz? Are you still there? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're eating supper, Schultz. I don't know. Well, yeah. It's bringing the truck and the trailer down, so I'll probably have to be making you guys dizzy for a little bit, because I'll probably have to move the camera out of the way. I'm not sure. We'll see. He's going to be backing it in the garage, but I don't think he's going to do it right now. So, maybe I don't have to move. With any luck, I won't have to move the camera and shake you all up. Because I don't like making you dizzy. Dizzy is not good. Okay, here he comes now with the trailer, guys. Oh, you're knocking down that burnt trailer? That's a good job, ain't it? Uh-oh, he better straighten it out. He's crooked. We don't want him to hit my car. He was crooked coming down out of the yard. Here he comes, guys. Maybe. Yeah, Kayla, knocking that burnt trailer down is kind of a lot of work. You're under the car, Pat. Better be careful under there, buddy. I'm just standing here trying to get some conversation going. I don't know. I'm not good at this camera stuff. But he has nobody else to help him but me, so we're doing good, I guess. I'm trying. That's probably good there for now. I'd say. That's good there for now.
Yeah.
Until you decide to bring it in.
Yeah, she was on the truck.
I was asking everybody what they's doing.
Yeah, see, it'll just.
Kim Passable said hi.
Hey,
And she was
okay.
working on her skid loader today in the heat.
Yeah.
Alan Acor was relaxing. Schultz and Kayla there, they're knocking down the burnt trailer. Pat was under a car relaxing, and he first he said relaxing, then he's under the car. Hello, I'm funny, Schultz said. They said I was funny. Okay, try to be. Well, they were saying about the burnt trailer being burnt, knocked down, and I said that's kind of a lot of work. Being working on a burnt trailer, knocking it down.
So basically, what this is gonna extend. down
Dirty
like that,
job, yeah. There you go. She could be on dirty jobs.
and then we'll come down like that. That'll be 2 of them. And then
Here,
there'll
let
be
me tell
another
ya.
number. It's fine. You're not gonna get it there.
I got it. He's
It'll
gonna
down
extend
like
his
that.
trailer like that.
Yeah, as I said, it's not gonna be steep, but I'm gonna cut these off so I can butt weld this up and then.
See, I'm making you dizzy.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna make him dizzy.
Yeah, I gotta cut because they had them 5-foot tall ramps and they were terrible. If you
That's a
look-
sexy looking deck, Kayla said.
Yeah,
LOL.
yeah, it turned out decent. You just need bolts in it now or the screws in it now. Like I
He
said,
said
I'm
it turned
sure
out decent. He gotta get the
It's a lot better
bolts.
than it was.
screws, bolts. I don't know what he said.
They're the screws, the tech screws.
The tech screws he's gotta put in it, but he
They
wants
make-
to do the
I want to paint on or treat it. Wood
Treat
treatment,
the
which
wood
is the
first.
thing. I want to put the water sealer on.
Well, you know what? The wind's starting to pick up, so we just might get a little bit of rain.
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna hurt it. It's all laying flat, so I just don't want it to warp up.
No, I wouldn't even get it wet till you treated it.
I want to get rid of these ugly. Oh, I'm getting wet a couple times. It can hurt. And get rid of them ugly fenders and put nice fenders on it.
Yeah. Gonna get some new fenders and put on them. Get different wheels and tires.
All the
Making an extension on it.
all the spring hangers and everything are on their way.
Spring hanger is on its way.
Order some D-rings and tie them through the wood and into the cross members in the floor. That way you can strap stuff down.
And what do you want, Duke? You want to be on video, Duke? Well, too bad. I'm not bringing you over here like I did last time.
I would have worked on this though, but like I said, I gotta get some cut off wheels. Yeah,
You
these
need
are
cut
the
off wheels?
crossovers they had here. See, originally, this here, this was all the original trailer. See, this used to have like, that one used to have all the way around like this.
No, it doesn't look like the same trailer, Kayla. It really don't.
I need to go get a piece
There you look at that. That's pretty nice now. Lot better than what it was.
It's gonna be a lot nicer.
It's gonna be a lot nicer, he said, once he gets the new fenders and stuff on there. 'Cause them fenders there's kind of ugly looking things.
That's just what them guys.
They just built, them ain't even really a fender.
No, it's a piece of, it's mobile home frame. They took a piece of
I was
mobile
just
home
doing the
frame,
same.
just bent. That's-
Pat said he was just doing the same.
Yeah, these are off. These are the frame off the mobile home. Dukash.
Yeah, Doug, we don't want you in the videos, buddy.
Frame off the mobile home.
Frames off in the mobile home, that's all it was.
Yeah, they made fenders out of it.
Yeah, Pat said he's under a car earlier, and I told him you better be careful under there.
Yeah, we just had a guy.
Because we had a guy local about a week or so ago got killed from being under a car. The car fell on him and killed him.
Sure he's
Up
smart
there in
enough.
Union. Yeah, I know he's smarter than that. But the
put-
guy up in Uniontown wasn't too.
Yeah, I always supported it.
Some people are smarter than others, so I'd say,
Load.
yeah, always have to make sure it's safe before you get under it.
The thing is, like I said, I hate when the YouTube safety Nazis will get on there and yell at you though when you got wheels and tires on the car. If the car's got tires on it, it sets high enough, then obviously.
Yeah. Well, another thing, that wasn't just one guy got killed. Another guy got pretty hurt. I don't think it killed the other guy.
What, there was two of them?
Yeah, there was two of them.
They must have been changing the transmission.
No, two different
Oh,
incidents. Two different ones.
maybe there was two guys and they were changing the transmission. These two guys changed the transmission. There's really nothing on a car that requires two people.
He got online and got stainless cartridge bolts
Carry
and nylon lock nuts for the deck was real cheap.
Yeah, I looked at that because that's originally how they had it. They had carriage bolts in it, and, nuts and washers. But like even
Oh, not much, Schultz.
most of the
Thank-
trailer manufacturers now are just using them tech screws. What they are, and it's a self-tapping screw that's made to go through the wood and straight into the crossmember. So you don't even got to drill it. You don't even got to drill the holes. You just basically just run them right down in.
So it
They'll
says,
cut their own threads into the cross members.
wow. Wonder how much they are.
And, they're like Amazon for $60. I can get a box of 200. And they come. They got like they got a Torx bit and a Torx head bit they take, and it comes with the bit and everything. They're nice. I've seen a lot of guys use them.
That's good, Pat. I'm glad you use your head.
Is it?
He said, thanks. I'm good. 2 stands, jack, brake, and wheel.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Safeway.
Yeah, I've always.
But them two dudes in Uniontown, they were in Uniontown. One, no, Hopwood and Fairchance or somewhere like that.
I've always, like I said, I've always even, if you're just pulling if you're not working underneath the car, but you're going to jack the car up and take the wheel off or something, I've always slid the tire wheel underneath the frame or the rocker panel of the car. That way, if anything, if the car falls off the jack, it's easier to get jacked back up.
Hello, Twisted Mopar Garage.
Hey, what's happening, guys? You don't need that way if it falls.
He's just working on his car trailer. He got the bottom on. He's gonna treat it before he screws it all down, he said. Let's get some new fenders on there. Different wheels and tires. Yeah, they probably will be the easiest ones to use. Schultz. It's starting to get dark out. And the winds are picking up, so we may get a little rain. Might have to move indoors. I say we might have to move indoors here shortly. Schultz says I think them be the easiest to use.
Yeah, I think they would be too. I mean, think about it. I mean, the cross members are already drilled because they had a carriage bolt down. I could just go, but I'd probably honestly
I hear
go to
thunder.
Rural King or something. I'd probably have just as much money in buying bolts and nuts and washers. And you just crawl underneath and just drill from the bottom up because the holes are already in the cross members. Just blow new holes in it. Boom, boom, boom. But,
I don't think you want to do that.
well.
The bottom up, wouldn't it be
Because you can go through the holes that are already there where the elbows
But
were.
why would you put it bottoms up? Because it'd be sharp, wouldn't it?
No, I could no, you drill from the bottom up. And then once the holes are all drilled, then you come in and drop your bolts through.
Oh,
I mean, you
I
drill
got
holes,
you
though.
wrong.
That's the easiest way to do it.
I don't know what.
The easiest way to do it, if you was going to do that, honestly, would be just take the tractor and lay the trailer up on its side, winch it up on its side, that way you can stand underneath it and work.
Need Sam to vacuum out Jimmy's AC on the Taurus.
Yeah,
He needs you to vacuum it out.
Whenever we do
He
whenever.
said whenever you want, he can do it.
You can vacuum it out anytime, man.
You just did mine yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what you did to mine?
Yeah, I vacuumed it out and recharged it
Yeah.
a little bit. The pickup here is working right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. You don't need your redneck air conditioner?
No, well, it would be more efficient. I like to put the air conditioner in the back window, then when I'm parked, I can have it in.
Wait.
That way I win both ways.
I'd say. Yeah, probably.
So, yeah.
I said probably.
I was thinking about extending the tongue on the trailer, then I could, I think about making the tongue about 3 feet longer, 2 feet longer.
He tried to put a can in it. It was red. Wouldn't take it. See that damn heart.
Was the pump kicking on?
Was the pump kicking on, Schultz?
Because sometimes if the pump don't kick on, it'll go up into the red with the pressure, but won't actually.
Man, it's still warm out here.
It's nice out here.
I'm warm.
The rain's getting closer, it's getting dark.
On and off, just real short.
Yeah, okay, well then it might be overpressured then, yeah, we got to vacuum it down. That's better anyway to pull it out.
It's getting closer. What's it doing down your way, Schultz?
Yeah, because it's coming from that direction.
It's coming from that direction, it looks like. Whew. I just got hot. Sweaty. I might have to move on back in.
Yeah, well, if it rains, let's move in, so.
May have to. Getting ready to pour, LOL, he said. Schultz.
It looks like it.
It looks like it.
That's a nice deck. Turned out.
Yeah, a nice deck. I really like it too.
Shame's gonna get all dirty and discolored.
Dirty and messy.
Oil on it, holes burned in it from welding on it,
Probably.
hauling scrap on it.
Or maybe.
You know, I gotta cut these original ramp mounts off.
Huh.
So I can extend it. Like I said, I'm not coming down. It's like, it'll be 3.5 inches lower than what it is.
Oh.
When it's at, which it doesn't do it justice right now because the way that it drops off the garage floor, it looks a lot taller. But this trailer always is tall
Yeah.
because they got the springs over the axle instead of under because they wouldn't fit. They put them bigger axles in here so they wouldn't fit on
Schultz
top.
got a big load ready to put on it. Hello. He does have a big load he said put on it.
It don't matter.
It says hide or show, and that's all he said.
Yeah. Because yeah,
I
YouTube's
put
like
show.
that.
Another moderator just handled this.
YouTube's weird like that, man. Yeah, I could ride the monkey bike on a trailer. What could go wrong?
No, I don't think. I don't think.
See that dovetail on here too will let me because right now, unless I wanted, like if we were going to the track and taking the Cutlass, when I'd pull the ramps up, remember, I'd have to pull the car way forward. That way the ramp set against the bumper of the car and beat it up going up and down the road. So with the dovetail on here, it'll have shorter ramps. I'm just gonna make short ramps I can slide underneath out of the way when I'm not using them.
Yeah.
And then, not only that, I'll be able to pull the car on the back tire. They'll probably sit about right here, because that's about where the weight's right. And I'll have a little bit, then there won't be, the car won't have to set all the way forward on the trailer. I'll have room to put 4-wheeler or something in front of the car.
Monkey bike or something. Hey,
Yeah.
Duke.
Well, you gotta take the monkey bite when you go to the track. It wouldn't be right if you didn't.
No. Duke.
We walked a lot of miles at the track last week. But yeah, guys, we're just looking for something here to. The weather doesn't cooperate, but it seems like it.
It just seems like every weekend when they go to have something, it
Every
rains.
Friday or Saturday it rains.
And it rains just enough to
No.
cancel it out. Because it takes for a while to clean the track dry and stuff, I guess that's
Well,
why.
they'll cancel, yeah, because it just ain't.
No, they're not canceling tomorrow night unless
No,
it
they will.
rains.
If it rains, they will.
Yeah. But it,
If it rains, they will.
well, it looks like Rita's Fair's gonna get rain tonight.
Yeah. It's raining. I like going to that. Like I said, the problem is, if you get out there to eat, you'll spend. I don't think I've ever spent less than an hour in line. It's ridiculous. You should be allowed to order ahead and have your order done and all that.
Well, yeah, that would be better.
If you get out there, honestly, you gotta tell when you stand in line down there. It takes forever.
Long time. But I like going there because it supports the church and stuff.
Yeah, they're nice.
Their food's pretty good.
Yeah, their food's good, and they have nice fireworks. They usually have a decent band. Sure, Duke.
Now, what do you want, Duke? You want to get up on the trailer deck? Get up on the deck?
Come here, hit the deck.
Get up there and hit the deck.
This way.
Not Grandma.
Come here, Duke.
Get up on the deck, fat boy. Look how fat you are, Duke.
Stay up there. I'll come with you. Here, stay up there.
You little weenie.
Knock my tripod over
Get
that
up
plate.
there. Come on, get there. Father.
Come on,
Get
get
up
up
there
here.
with your dad.
Come on. Come
Grandma
here.
don't want you. I'm tired of you.
What do you
Don't
want,
want
Duke?
you.
Huh?
Grandma don't want you. Grandma got you fat and overweight, don't I?
You need some exercise.
Yeah, stupid boy, I do. I got you
You need
overweight.
some exercise. You're too overweight.
He is fat for a little
What do you
dog.
want?
Oh, well. I guess.
You ready to go racetrack?
I bet Dixie would go.
Go race?
Come on, fat boy.
Duke.
He tries to get up there with me when Dixie's out there. Whenever Dixie's out, she won't let him around me.
That one guy still has that one,
Don't do it.
that one slide, and he ain't never gonna sell that one. That old one he was $3,500 for. It's been in there for like 9 months.
First responders. Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Did he? Ain't that the one that was supposed to get?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you ever get them injectors, buddy?
The tracking said they were delivered, and he didn't get them, so I don't know. They must go on. They never come back either. So I don't. They were delivered to the wrong address. Is all I can
They
figure.
deliver stuff here, wrong address, and they find mine though.
I know, but because I sent him a screenshot of the tracking. It said they were delivered right there the Monday before
Get up here.
4th of July. It said
Get
they
up
were
here.
delivered.
Come on. Run up here,
Well,
Grandma.
we need you to come over here. And what do you want?
He don't know what he wants. He's a fat little buddy. Little fatty. Get over here.
There's nothing in the garage for you.
Yeah.
Maybe the thunder. Maybe that's why.
Hey, maybe. You want to go in?
You scared? You want to go in the
You want
house?
to go in because it's thunder?
You may take you in. Come on.
Go ahead. Dad, take you in the
I
house.
don't want to escape. I gotta get over there and back before I get caught in the rain.
He's going to get caught in the rain. Look at the trees are blowing. Did you check with the post office there, first responders? Because our thing said it was delivered on the porch.
I sent him a
Cause
screenshot.
we sent. Did you get the screenshot of the? What is it? Tracking number? Did you get the screenshot of that?
Yeah, I emailed him. the tracking.
He emailed you the receipt where it said it was delivered. The tracking.
No, I know that. I know he didn't get it. It was delivered to the wrong address. But I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
they said they left it on the front porch or
Yeah,
something
so
like
how,
that.
Yeah, how we gonna? I don't know how we're gonna find it if it's delivered to the wrong address.
Does he? Do you know where some of your package usually goes? 'Cause sometimes they deliver our packages to the neighbor over on Hickory Square at 564 instead of here at 564.
Yeah, I'm
They
sure
just
he's
look at the 564 and deliver it to
I'm
wherever.
sure he's in a lot bigger area though.
Yeah,
They're not like us
maybe.
where there's only a handful of houses. It's easier to find our stuff.
Yeah, I usually have to track my packages down sometimes. Especially when I see they was delivered. I go to neighbors. All the neighbors on the hill, all the neighbors on the other
I
side.
don't know what I mean. I contact the postal service, but it says delivered. So I don't know.
Yeah, they say it's delivered to postal
You
service.
know, it is. It's just delivered to the wrong place.
Yep, because it said left on the front porch.
You know. Well, I'm getting another set dug out next time I go.
I doubt it if they will, Schultz.
What?
Will UPS pay for it?
No, the post office. They weren't.
It was the post office we sent it through.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. They're not. It's one of them things. They weren't worth much, but the guy needed it.
Yeah, it was one of them things like Sam said. It
They
it
were
wasn't
just-
worth much,
they
but
were-
he
all they
needed
are,
it.
all they were is just flow match stock LS injectors.
Probably had to add insurance on them.
Huh?
Schultz says probably have to
Yeah,
add
but
insurance
like I
on them.
said, what would you? I didn't know what you would. Cause they're
I don't know.
the flow match.
didn't
is all
even
right.
ask
I
me.
mean, they're.
But they didn't ask me if I wanted
Well,
insurance
yeah,
on
I
them or
mean,
not.
them injectors are worth like $2 a piece at the junkyard, and then the flow matching is like $25 or something. So there's really nothing in them. They're less than.
It was
30.
just injectors.
Yeah, it's
so
less than 30, and they were just decaps. They weren't
they were
nothing fancy.
decaps.
The only reason they were good, what he needed is because they were flow matched. They were all within a couple pounds of fuel of each other, and I knew what they were rated at.
Yeah.
That way you could have plugged them numbers into HP2 and then had them to run right.
Yeah. You hear this, Schultzy?
Yeah, it's not like, they weren't like, high dollar fancy injectors. They were just decap stocks. I can decap another set, but I didn't send
Probably
them out and get them.
Cost more than it's worth to insure. Probably would have. But they didn't even ask me if I wanted to insure.
They said it don't make any sense. I saying that even on that receipt paper, it says the exact address is there. I don't know why.
Did you ever get the copy of that receipt?
I sent it to him in an email where it said,
First responder. 'Cause Sam sent it to you in your email.
yeah, where it says they were delivered, the date they were delivered. I can bring it back.
Hello, Mohawk 62.
Hey, what's happening, Mohawk?
He says I'll have to check with the post office in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes, check with them. 'Cause it was delivered
yeah,
on...
They said that.
Well, I'm
I
trying
have
to
it
think
in
what day it was. The 20-something, didn't it say?
Well, we sent them on the 26th. I got right here's the screenshot.
You got the
It
screenshot?
says, latest update, your item was delivered at the front door of the porch at 2:20 p.m. on June 28, 2023 in Williamson, Georgia.
So I don't know, buddy. I mean, all we know is maybe try to get you another set or something. I don't know. I have no clue. Maybe Sam can find you another set.
Well, I can get another set. I just gotta send
There
them
you
out,
go.
and
First responder, can you see that?
I just gotta send or have them sent out and flow checked because then we're all. Usually, what happens, I send that guy batches of them. I get like 20 of them, send them to him, and then he sends me back 8 that are cleaned and flow checked. That way, I know what they run. I don't know. It was just delivered to the wrong address, is what it was. And that's 100% on the post office. Yeah, that's who did that.
Yep, that's the post office. They should have got it on the 28th of
Yeah,
June.
28th is when it says they were delivered. So.
They were delivered the 28th of June at 2-something.
Yeah, 2:20 p.m.
2:20 p.m. Left at the front door. Is that what it said?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it says left on the front porch.
Front porch. Hi, Kitty.
Yes, I don't know. I
Hi,
mean,
buddy.
that's the problem. I don't know if that local post office down there would know more about it because my post office is just gonna say, well, look here, it says it was delivered. We don't know. I mean, so maybe like you said, maybe if there's somebody close by that your stuff usually gets accidentally delivered to.
Happens here a lot. Neighbors gets my stuff. LOL. Glad to. He likes me. Schultz says. Yeah, me too, Schultz. Mine gets delivered somewhere else too.
We've had expensive stuff.
I had stuff was worth over $100 and some.
Oh, yeah, well, look at that date. Your body control module.
Yeah, and that was $200 and some.
It was 200 something, wasn't
Yeah, $200 and some for that.
it? $280 or something.
Yeah.
They delivered it to the wrong address.
Yeah, they do. And thank God the neighbors.
Yeah, and the neighbor knew it.
I mean, he was even on the other side of the, not even on our road. He was over at 564 Hickory Square, not Dry Hill. And yeah, it's
It
crazy.
happens more, our missed deliveries, though, happen more with the post office than they do with
Yeah, with the post office more than it does
Than
with the
UPS
UPS.
or-
Usually UPS gets it right.
UPS. Just makes
Sometimes.
me mad because they screwed the delivery dates.
They do. Yeah.
Like I said, if something happens, weather delay or whatever, I understand that stuff happens.
Jimmy's
But
head.
FedEx makes it right.
Jimmy's head was $530 and went to the neighbors.
Uh,
That's crazy. Because they don't pay attention. That's what it is.
yeah, they just glance at it.
Now, our old mailman we had that retired, I never had a problem with getting a package.
No, he didn't.
Not one time. He delivered it every
The
time.
problem is now, too, though, is it's always a different person. Never, I mean, that's the problem.
And then they don't
One
have.
person doesn't stay on the route long enough to get to know you.
No, look at that one dude. Joe says he missed it so much he had the same guy. I know he was a good postman.
I was looking at
He
this
sat
stuff,
and
but,
talked
man,
to
I don't
Sam
know,
and
man.
everything.
I think it's set for too long now. I know Jimmy keeps telling me, he's like, oh, you need to get...
He said he has all the information. He'll go in the morning.
Yeah.
So leave us know, first responder.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I mean,
I
yeah,
feel bad, but there's really, it's...
yeah, 'cause Carlene got hers on the 28th.
Yeah.
She got hers, but first
Like
responder.
I said, I feel bad, I sent it, but it's not, it's out of my hands, and nothing I can do about it. I feel terrible about it, trying to get people their stuff, but man, I don't know.
What do you want, Duke?
But, I was looking, Dwayne, I don't know how much of this engine, or how much of this motor's lost anymore, man. It's been on that shelf for probably 15 years.
Cat Nut is changing the cat O2 sensors, so it knows the died seat. Dying seat.
Yeah,
Dying seat. You forgot to move it.
yeah.
And it's doing changing the cat and the O2 sensor.
Everything's all carboned up.
What is it?
This is that KX125 head, but
That's been sitting in there forever.
yeah, because it needs a crankshaft. Jimmy keeps like, you put a crank in your KX, go riding with us. I don't even know if all the stuff's in there. It's been tore apart for a long time. Everything's good, just that crank, remember? Because that's, what you call it, did it? They pulled this bike with the truck that time trying to get it started, and they burned the rod up because they had straight gas in the tank, and two-stroke, that's where you get the oil from the gas. So they burned the rod up, and then they went to take it apart, and they bent the end of the crank. It was really, at first it didn't need a crank, it just needed a rod. It needed a connecting rod, and the problem fixed, and then it didn't get fixed, and I took that crank out. They had the end of the bolt was bent on the crank. Wonder if I should put the blade on this guy.
Huh?
I wonder if I should put the blade on this back. Since they're not really done, I don't want to twist it or
Did some of them wheels and tires
I
on?
think I can strap them down to it, won't down
Put
tight
some
against it.
wheels and tires or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. I just
Put
don't
it
want
in the garage.
Huh? I haven't put it in the garage, it takes up all the room though.
Oh, yeah, but it won't be easy to pull back out.
Man, I don't know what got in my eye.
Why, something in your eye.
Dust or something, I wasn't doing anything. It happened when I was moving vehicles.
Wally wasn't very bright.
No. No, they definitely weren't bright, I give them that. That's a shame, but man, you got everybody crooked. UTG, yeah. Yeah, we're just hanging out doing nothing. We need to do. We need to on a race weekend. We need to do.
I want to go need another drink.
We need to on a race weekend. On a weekend when we're gonna load up and go racing. I like to just go live for about at least 24 hours, non-stop. And then people can just check in every now and again and see what we're up to. But yeah, I've had this trailer now for 19 years. I just can't do without it. It seems like it bugs me. You gonna trust him to go in? Oh, I thought you let him. I thought you let him wait to go to the door. I was gonna say you're gonna trust him?
No.
But it's been tore apart. Remember, guys, I tore this trailer apart like last. It's been almost a year with the deck ripped off of it. Man, have I missed my trailer. You don't realize how much you use a trailer until you have one, and then when you don't have it, you're like, man. Just the anxiety if I take my car somewhere and I break it, that I can tow it back home. Yeah, I just felt some. Yeah, I got new wood on the trailer, Mohawk. You're right, buddy. We're getting there. I got to get my dovetail build on it now. I cut this wood for the deck last night and set it down in there. We went and bought it. Me and Amanda went over to the local hardware store and got the new decking boards. I set them in there, dropped them in place last night, and trimmed them off to fit. I had to take a half inch off of each board so they all fit. I went, we have a local hardware store called Busy Beaver. And I went there last night and yeah, Dwayne said it's raining at his house, so, but that Busy Beaver didn't have the tech screws. Yeah, it's starting to look better, first responder. Thanks, buddy. I got like $150 in the wood itself. And then cool, because when I was at Busy Beavers, we was getting ready to walk out. They had these 4-foot fluorescent lamps there. They had 3 of them on the clearance box right at the counter. And the sign said 75% off. The boxes were open. And I asked the cashier, I said about the lights, and he said, yeah, he said they're 75% off. And I asked the kid, like, well, how much are they? And he's like, well, I got to ring them up to let you know how much they're going to be. So I grab one, take it over to the counter, he rings it up. He's like, oh, there's $6, and they gave her $6 even or something. Yeah, it is a little bit more because it come to $20 for 3 of them. So they were $6 something a piece. With tax, it comes to $20. So I got 3 of those lights for $20, which they were normally the regular price on them was $24.99. So one of those things. I would have bought more if I would have had more, but they only had 3 of them. I wish they had more.
Oh, I see where you put it.
Yeah, I've needed to redeck my trailer. Believe me, Mohawk, this trailer's needed a redeck for probably the last, 5 years, 5, 6 years. No, I've had the trailer for 20 years, 19 years, almost 20 years, but
You need that cord?
no, that's good. I just need a little bit more. I just stepped back in. The rain's here,
Well,
guys.
I know, it's raining. I told you it was gonna rain.
Yeah, I knew it was coming too.
Yeah. Now our deck's gonna get wet.
Man, one time ain't gonna hurt getting wet. You
Ah,
know how many new houses we built and they've gotten rained on before we got the roof on them?
I don't know.
A lot. So it's not gonna hurt anything. But yeah, we're happy with that. The deck was gonna turn out all right. I'm putting, it said, I'm gonna do a 2-foot dovetail on the back of it. Cause originally the guy I bought that trailer off of, they set it up, they used to haul a little roller. Yeah, I think they were 2 by 8 by 16s. They're $14 a piece for them, and the lights, like I said, were $6 a piece. So I wish they had more of them because I would have bought them all out. Because I would like to go about 4 foot up the wall all the way around the shop and just hang lights at the 4 foot level, shining sideways.
Yeah, you want to get a couple more of them.
Because I notice when you're doing a video, if you're working on the side of the car, like say you're under the wheel well working, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
the car will block the light from above, so you can't really see that good. So it's nice to have. I think having lights mounted at the wall level would be good. We gotta
first,
get the set-
Pat Matt said his first big trailer he built was 8 by 10 machine plans.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, this trailer here, they said they help.
Mohawk 62.
He rolling out.
No.
Oh, he said hi.
New hairdo. Looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it cut. They cut it a little bit too short though, but what can you do? I didn't want it that short, but it's cool, I guess. It'll grow back. Thank you.
It's better if you're gonna have no hair. It's better to have no hair in the summertime than in the wintertime. My head gets cold in the wintertime, and I hate having hair. It sucks.
I'm about to go open all the boxes. LOL. You go in after me and buy them. Schultz.
Yeah. Oh, for the lights. Okay,
Yeah. That'll work, Schultz.
I don't know what happened to it. I don't know. They had a couple of double row ones and stuff too, but I had all that wood stacked in my trailer, and I had 8 foot of it hanging out of the back of the trailer, and I didn't want it like pushed up hanging like that. I didn't want some nimrod to run into it in the parking lot and blame me for it.
They
It's
would.
somehow my fault if they run into my truck and trailer. So I grabbed those 3 and was rolling, and I figured, maybe tomorrow night or something I can run in and check again. And that's how they do it. I don't think they're going anywhere because kids said they were there for a while and they kept marking them down more and more. And then finally, like I said, when they just happened to be at 75% off last night when I got there, so
Will they get
maybe I should have waited a couple
90.
more days. 75% off, like I said, I got a $24 light for
That's a
$6.
deal, he said. Schultz.
Yeah, that's a good deal. But
They only had 3?
they only had 3 of them, yeah. They had some other styles there, but I mean, they're not super, they're only 3,200 lumens. They're not super bright, like them other, them UFO bulbs are like 6,000, they're like twice as bright, but they're 36 watt, 4K color.
We'll take whatever you don't want, Schultz said.
They have 5 foot cord, rated for indoor use. The LED will last over 45 years based on 3 hours a day. If you use it for 3 hours a day, so if you burn it continuous, that means that it lasts like 15 years, continuous burn. But, yeah, the plan is with these ones, like these, I might even do with these. The plan is if I get something to take them and mount them like right there,
Yeah.
that would be between the
Here,
car
let me
and
put it
parking.
over there.
You can see a lot better.
Just gonna mount them right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna mount them on the wall at like 4 foot
Like
high,
that.
with just a slight tilt down, that way they're not blinding, but at the same time, so when you're down in between working on the car on the side of the car, the overhead lights don't really do it justice. I hung one up here in this dim spot above the door.
Then we need over there,
I
them
need a
fan
couple more.
ones.
I got
like
a
that.
couple more UFO lights I wanna put in, and I need a couple more of the double bulb ones, and then I'll get some more singles. Can't never have too much light, especially if you're in here and you're filming and making videos, you definitely need as much light as you can get.
You get that dark corner fixed now. Get
Huh?
some more lights over in that
Yeah,
corner and a
I'm
couple
working
more on this
that
side.
of the garage.
Get a couple more on this side.
Yeah.
And a couple over there, like you said.
Yeah, well, I don't need this one I got above the window back here. It's gonna go on that side because I got a 6,000 little bulb above it. But yeah, we're trying to get it lit up a little bit better.
First responder says idea, stand them up on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause see, it's right back there with that light out.
Yeah.
Doesn't really need it, doesn't really do much.
His idea is stand them up on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the wall, definitely.
That's what he's gonna do.
Definitely gonna put some on the wall, 'cause it's good to have it. Can't never have.
No.
it.
The ceiling's not white.
No,
The ceiling's just rafters up there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so tall in there, that's why your lights are so far. I got like some
That
of
would
them
be
hanging.
nice, Mohawk said.
Is it?
That would be nice. Mohawk said about.
Yeah, have them around the walls, I think it would be too, because I noticed like, especially if you're painting something, when you're painting the side of a car, having like, you ever see paint booths, they do that like on walls.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the paint there because it makes a mess of overspray. But I just think they would come in handy having them on the sides anything. If you're inside the car working anything, if the light's shining down when the car is in there, it always makes a shadow on the side of the car.
Yeah.
And having lights mounted on the wall shining sideways is a little more room to work. That single there just lights up that corner of mine.
That works.
It's a lot more light in here
than it was. There's when you got them.
you know,
Three
originally
things.
what they had was like 2 light bulbs in the whole garage. We have now,
He can Mohawk 62 so that I can tell the difference already. It's brighter.
we got it here.
Yeah, it's getting there. The brightness.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Got how many lights you got?
9, 10, 11, 12. We got like 12 or 13. Listen, here's the brighter too. Don't open the door back up. Let's put that window, that's blocked that way up there.
Maybe move it back a little.
Why does the garage is up there back there?
No, it ain't gonna go.
Get stuck.
It's stuck. You
It's
see.
not wet. That's fine, I bet. I'll figure it out. It did that the other day, it stuck for some reason. Oh, that garage was probably 60 years old. What happened that one day, something knocked the cable off the spring, I had to rewind it.
Yes, that's how we have them in our paint. So,
Yeah, I think I did.
yeah.
Yeah, he did it stuck itself.
Boots. People.
But
What?
the door stuck itself.
Wow.
The cable's fine, the spring's pulling up, of course.
I say you can pull up on it and I push it up and see.
Huh? The door was stuck. It was wedged.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
Well, I'm trying to get their opener to reverse.
Uh-uh.
And it's gotta come all the way down because it's old. It just doesn't have any of them safeties on it, so it's gotta come all the way down to reverse.
It's already down in it.
Yeah, but it's not releasing. You know, it's sticking on the top. And it's trying to open itself. You know, it's releasing the cable. I mean, it's released, you let it run back and then let it reload itself. If it got wet, with roof leak, it let it leak.
that hard.
No, well, typical. Yeah, severe thunderstorm, you know.
Yeah, them severe thunderstorms, boy, I heard thunder once or twice.
Yeah, we ain't had a good storm yet this year. I mean, we've had a couple like lightning in the middle of the night, but we ain't had a good storm yet this year.
I ain't heard nothing.
I only had thunder wake me up like once or twice all year so far, all summer.
Once, yeah, that's all I had.
And I said, we ain't had a good storm. What? What's your
Wayne
issue?
thinks he has a new garage door opener.
Huh?
Wayne thinks he has a new garage door opener.
Yeah. This is fine, the motor's running, something just come out of whack, Wayne. It's been weird lately anyway, that every once in a while you'd shut it and it would hit and reverse itself up. I need to get in there and readjust the settings on it. Or you got caught in something. I had, like I said the other day, the spring, I was doing something a couple weeks ago, and it knocked the spring out, and I had to rewind the spring that knocked the cable off of the shelf, because there's a spring in there that helps it pull it up. And something got caught in there, and it knocked it off, and the door wouldn't go up. It was wet because it didn't have that spring in there, but I'll run it up and put more tension. It's probably what it needs, is the opener. But it's out of adjustment right now, that's why it's coming. Because you're supposed to, there's a limit switch in there that when it's adjusted, it said this one doesn't have a sensor, so this one, when the door closes, it's got on that chain drive, there's a mechanical thing that hits a little switch in there that tells the opener that it's closed.
Yeah.
And it's not hitting that switch, so the door shuts. This thing has a system in it that if it hits something, it reverses. So it doesn't know that it's closed, it thinks the door's just sticking, so it reverses the door.
Yeah.
And when I hit it now, it would go rub it up.
Maybe not.
Or if I jam it.
He was in the house.
Huh?
I had him in the house.
Who put him up?
Probably not.
I can jam the door
He
right
opened
like
the
that.
door and let
Pop
him
back
go.
out. Well, that's project for later. Huh? I said, that's a project for later, I'm not concerned about it right now, I'll fix it later. We'll fix it later, I'm sure we'll figure out what's wrong with it. Or we won't, we'll give up, one or the other. We'll fix it, or we won't fix it. As I said, I wanted that door up now, because there's a nice breeze out here right now. It's cooled off a lot out here. What'd you see? It's raining, yeah. That's not raining out that way. The rain was coming from the other way. It was coming from the south,
Schultz is
yeah.
sending us rain.
The rain was coming from the
Schultz, why are
southwest.
you sending us home?
It was moving from southwest to northeast, is the way that,
We didn't, yeah, it's coming from the south.
I'm just not getting anything, that's all.
We'll be alright. It needs raining off the water of my tomato and pepper plants
It needs a rain.
and my flowers.
If it rain at night, you just don't rain during the day. But they missed that, because it was supposed to rain all day today. I'm glad it didn't, but it was supposed to.
But they're always wrong.
Always wrong unless they're not.
They're always wrong. I do believe they say it's gonna rain, don't count on it. Don't cancel what you're gonna be doing that day.
100% chance of rain, and then it doesn't rain at all.
Don't cancel your plans if they say there's rain, because it just may not rain.
Let's see, we'll check the local what? 74, so it's cooled off.
Yeah, it was
12
86,
degrees. Cooled off 12 degrees, so it's about 7.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, 'cause
An hour, not even an hour and a half. It
It
cooled off.
was 86.
Yeah,
It
it
says
was
storm's likely to end around 10:15, but don't they gotta begin before they end?
yeah. You'd think they'd have to begin before they end?
There's a big splotch of green on there, but I don't know, it's like,
What, buddy?
okay, I think we're just
Hey,
getting
buddy.
losing it now. Well,
Come on, buddy.
let me see what's going on here. I'm gonna look at the weather.
Come on, buddy. Come here, buddy. Our shop kitty cat. Yes, you are. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come see me, buddy. Come on, buddy.
6:30, Waynesburg got some. Right now, there's just a little bit of rain coming. All the red's going. According to the radar.
Radar.
It was red, but he all ran into it, all dissipated. So,
It missed us again.
well, it didn't get as bad as it was called for. So.
Kitty.
How did they miss that?
Oh, you know what? I just dumped all them out. It stopped raining at Schulte, he said.
Yeah, I know, Dwayne.
It's just
That
sprinkling
was
here.
that big storm we get.
Yeah.
Everybody be afraid it's big storm or everybody gets down.
Come here, buddy. Schulte, you like that, don't you? The cooling off part.
It cooled off a lot.
It cooled off 12 degrees in less than an hour and a half.
Huh?
What?
It's cooled off 12 degrees since we started.
It's 7.
At 7 since we started. It was 86 degrees when we started.
Yeah.
It's 74 now. What a difference. I'm gonna go back over to here where I can sit outside and
Yeah.
enjoy some cool air because it's definitely cooled off.
Right, and he ran up
Yeah,
the
he
track.
says a lot more comfortable out. Huh? It didn't rain at the track yet, no, because they're further north and east of us. So.
Yeah, Schulte says it feels better.
Yeah.
Comfortable out now.
Schultz sweats in the wintertime though, so you can't go by what he says. He's been known to tell you a story or two.
One-eyed cat.
Hey, what's up, Dawn? There we go, we'll get that ready, but on
He
the,
ain't say he had a few minutes ago that he stopped by.
hey, thanks for stopping by, Dawn. We appreciate it, buddy. I'm gonna sit out here in the rain right now. It's
Joe 86 there, down from 92.
Yeah, the bats are out. Did
He
you
said-
see them?
It was 92, it's down to 86.
Watch, I come back outside, it'll start raining again.
But it wasn't, it didn't even really rain that much.
You
The
know, I
ground
didn't
ain't
know
wet.
enough to knock the dust down. You can see
No.
on the deck of the trailer, under the tree didn't even get wet. The whole front half of the trailer deck is dry.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. It didn't even rain enough to water my plants.
Didn't rain enough to knock the dust down.
Watered these tomato pepper plants, probably.
But it is what it is. And everything it isn't, so. But no, technically, let's see. What do we gotta say technically with anything? What do we got, any issues? No. The tuning's working well, it's
Does
starting to come
anybody
out.
else have any questions?
That would be nice.
Any questions, anybody? It's still 88 down at Mohawk 62, it was 98%
I wish,
humidity.
I mean,
Yeah, our humidity's
with our
up
regulars,
too.
cause we got a really smart bunch of guys in here right now. It'd be nice if some outside people would pop in, cause there's enough brains here with the guys that stop in and hang out with us every week.
Yeah,
Between them and us, we could help a lot of people if they would get over here.
well, who was that Kim? I never seen her on here before.
Yeah. So who's ready for no name?
Can't find it. Yeah, it's still 88 with Mohawk 62 and 98% humidity. Yeah.
98%, man, you can cut that hair with a chainsaw.
Just a little drizzle.
You got a drown standing outside at 98% humidity.
Just a little. Not really, but getting closer. One-eyed cat said it's
Yeah,
not really,
I
but he's
know.
getting closer. So you asked him about
I
my
know, time's creeping up quick on us, isn't it?
Yeah, this month is flying by.
That sucks. Summer goes, so it just seems like,
Watch July gets here and gets the next stuff.
well, like Dawn knows, cause he's a PA guy too, he knows it is. Pennsylvania, it's miserable for pretty much 9 months out of the year, and then you got 3 months that it's nice out. extreme to the other, you know, because it's either, what,
Kitty over there, like.
it's either, you know what I mean, 80% humidity and 90 degrees for the summer for 3 months, and then it's cold. I mean, we can't complain. Last year we didn't have no winter.
Couple
Anyway,
days
it's all
where
about that.
Christmas is cold.
It was cold, but we didn't
Oh,
get,
it
we
was
got
cold.
what, the most snow I think we got at one time was like 3 or 4 inches. We hardly got anything.
We didn't get hardly nothing there. But that one, it
It
wasn't
was
really
cold.
that cold.
It was cold that down cold because the wind chill was like way below. I remember because I
Couple
was
days
out.
is around Christmas.
Yeah, I remember I was
Christmas
out.
Eve and Christmas Day was really cold.
That one day there was snow on the ground. I was out, you know, and that's them frustrating jobs or them days when you're towing cars. That, you know, that people have a car that's sitting in their driveway for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then they wait till the day that, you know, that the regular totes. Remember, that's that day. I think I got like, I got a picture of my phone on the way home. It was like the actual air temperature. It was like 15 below zero that day. Coming home.
Yeah, it was cold.
But everybody walked in on that car all set there. They'll wait till the coldest, snowiest day of the year and decide they want you to tow it to a garage that isn't even open that day.
Yeah, that's how they do.
I mean, I don't mind towing cars and doing roadside service when somebody has an emergency, but some of these people, man, or they'll call you on a Saturday afternoon, you know, 4 o'clock, knowing full well the garage doesn't even open till Monday morning, but you know, they're in a rush to get their car towed there. Cause they're calling you back and arguing, well, you know, it's been 20 minutes, you ain't got nobody out here yet? No, there's only a couple of us here for emergencies on the weekends.
Wow, that sucks for us responders.
Yeah, but it's fine, but just the weather around here is just kooky. I mean, we're just in, if you look in past history, it's been like this. We just, I don't know, we've had really a summer, what have we had, maybe 3 weeks, it's actually been nice, that you consider summer.
Yeah.
I need to get the tractor buggy down there, I need to fix that front brake caliper on her, I got a caliper to put on it. Cause it'd be nice while it's still warm out to actually go one evening after work, maybe go to the falls and go jump in and swim for a little bit.
You know, they say that's dangerous.
The only danger is if you don't know what you're doing. Never get in that water if it's rained within, you know, 3 or 4 days prior, don't get in that water, that's all it's saying. When the water's up, don't get in it. If the water's down normal flow, it's safe.
The buddy's just gonna
If
hang.
the water's up, don't get in it.
Now that buddy's hanging in the garage, he's going to sleep. He's finding the dry, nice and dry, nothing over there. He's waiting on a mouse probably.
This,
Nate.
anytime, I would like to get everything swapped back over to the Samurai tub. Cause that tracker body's pretty much used up, it's starting to tear and all the mounts and everything, which it was going to, you know, that was a sacrificial body from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was just a place to put those hard parts, and it's time to get the tracker back, or the Samurai back out.
You gotta get that out.
Yeah, Tommy's
Well,
Samurai.
the only way I'm gonna be able to get it, you know how, I'm gonna be able to get it.
Oh, no.
Somebody has to go up there, not us.
As I said, that's why I got that blue one, just for the transfer case parts and stuff out of it. And blue one's junk, but it has good drive line in it. Body shot.
We have to try to get
His
it. Probably
body
have
would be
to take-
shot by the time.
I may be able to go get it if I had the coat.
And he just needs to speak up and he wants it. And that's what it is.
I don't care if he wants it or not, I want it back.
Yeah, that's a perfect summer vehicle, man.
Yeah, it would be good for him, he could even run it on the road.
Take your doors off, take the top off, and cruise
I
around.
mean, no doors put on, half of them.
Yeah, well, there's full doors too. for it.
Yeah, but we had both.
Yeah. I got, well, another reason I got them, cause I got another set of doors to make another set, cause I want a set of half doors for mine again. That way to run it around again. buggies were more fun. It's kind of like race cars. The off-road buggies were more fun when they were street legal.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I've been listening and still though. He'll be still listening, but he's gotta go. First responder.
All right, first responder. Yeah, get a hold of that post office. If not, either email me or text me or whatever. And
You
just
still
let me
be
know.
listening.
I mean, it sucks. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. You know the post office. I feel horrible, man. And like I said, if we can't get them, maybe I can get a chance. I'll get down to the scrapyard and I can get some more and get them flowed for you and get them to you. I apologize, my friend. It's the government for you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All the other carriers can make a profit at it, you know what I mean, except the post office loses money at it. And it can't get the packages.
No. Not to the right place anyway.
Yeah.
See that?
Well, I said when that lady at the post office told you that that address wasn't coming up, I figured they would have got returned and not delivered to the wrong place then.
Yeah, 'cause she said there's no such address. It ain't coming up.
You know, well, that's the
Do you
address
want-
we got, buddy. That's his address.
I said that is the address.
It's his address. He sent it to me. It's the exact address the first responder sent me. That's where we sent him to. That's on the post office, man. They're the
He
ones that
says
drop.
all good happens. It checks with them. Government jobs.
Yeah, I know, but I hate when they drop the ball, man. We're trying to,
We're trying to help each other and they mess up.
we try to look
That's
out.
what you was trying to do, help him out, because
Yeah, he needed them.
You needed them and you didn't need them.
I'm sure he would have went and bought a set, but you know, I had a set to give him. That's all.
yeah,
I'm just aggravated that something I had something that he should have been able to get him. That's all. It makes me mad that he didn't get it. And the government hosed us, lost. But of course they'll deny it.
of course.
Maybe 3 more of them other bulbs, them UFO bulbs.
They can't be wrong.
Huh?
I said the government
No.
jobs can't be wrong.
80 million votes.
Yeah,
Most popular guy of all time.
yeah. Can't be wrong.
What's wrong with that?
Can't be wrong.
Oh, but I gotta get 3 more of them UFO bulbs to get light in here too. I'm gonna put one, I don't know how much I can do. I had them laid out how I was gonna do them. I was gonna put one UFO bulb back there beside that light above where the radio is at.
Yeah, you said it.
UFO bulb there. I was gonna put one above the door, but I got that light strip. But I can still put one above the door and use them 4-foot light strips on the wall.
Could do
And
that.
I need more. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, be like 6, and then 4-foot singles, which in regular price they have them like Littleton, they're like $20 a piece. I not remember there. I can get them on cheap on Amazon. Remember, didn't I tell you that 10-pack or something for like $65 or something?
Something like that. Something like
But
that.
it's nice to have more light. Hopefully, we gotta figure out too. Start watching for heat for out here.
Yep, need heat.
That way, in winter time, we can actually stay warm and do this. We're not gonna be sitting out here in Carhartts and ski masks, going, "Hey guys, hi guys, it's us. Trust us. It's us."
Matt says sometimes his address won't come up, but I get packages all the time. Don't know what's wrong with their system. My house doesn't move.
Oh, I know, Pat. Here's a good one for you, buddy. My house, where I live, when you put, like, say I buy something and I put it in for the shipping, and I put my address in there. Now, if I write my address out proper, and I put, Pine Alley, and you spell alley, A-L-L-E-Y, it tells you it don't exist. Delete alley and just put A-L-L-Y is the abbreviation, comes up.
That's stupid.
Because like I'll order something, like if I order from Rock Auto, and it'll ask you when you put your address in, it'll say we have this address instead. Would you like to use the address you typed in, or use the address it cross references with? You know, which is what the post office uses. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just use the abbreviated one. But yeah, it's
Because remember, Amanda's tire went to the neighbors.
yeah. Well, that was just a screw up. That was what FedEx did. That FedEx took them to the house up the street.
At least they didn't.
Well, no, there was nobody living there at the time. I just found them that night walking around. I seen them on the porch. They picked them up, brought them home.
Oh, that house where that one dude was cutting grass and he helped.
Yeah, yeah. No one lives in that house where they delivered them. They just took them up and set them on the porch, empty house. And then like I said, I knew as soon as seeing 4 tires bundled up, I knew they were the tires we were waiting on. That were supposedly delivered, because I called FedEx and was asking them, and they're like this and that. As I'm on the phone with FedEx, I'm walking around looking around the neighborhood, and I just happened to look over there, and I'm like, at the house, it's like what, 3 or 4 houses up the street, but it's on another road completely. That's on Florence.
Yeah.
Look there, and I see tires sitting on the porch, and I know nobody's living there, getting packages delivered. I walked up, shipping label, sure enough, that's my tires I was waiting on. It was delivered. Told the FedEx guy, like, never mind, I found them. I said, but they're at the house up the street, on the next street over. I said, make a note to your driver to let him know that he put them in the wrong place.
Just like they do here. They see the address, they don't pay attention to the street.
Jimmy, he says that UPS guys throw stuff purposely. If they see it's a TV or something, they'll step on it and everything.
Why?
On purpose.
They don't need a job then. That ain't a good job.
See,
Why
like
would they
they
do
see
that?
the flat screen TVs, and they'll step on
When
it.
people
on
get them
purpose.
and they be broke, then what?
You gotta get another one, but then
Well, there goes your money.
you get broke again. Well, even if it's covered under stuff like that, runs the price up for everybody. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Insurance might cover stuff, but when you take out insurance, you know that costs everybody in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phillips screws on the screws. Usually they're riveted. I felt screws. I think that's weird.
They got screws.
Yeah, they're screws in.
Huh.
Usually they're riveted.
Yeah. Like this one, riveted.
But we're waiting on.
What are we waiting on?
We're waiting on FedEx. We're waiting on UPS.
They went by today. What they did, look, they come down, they stopped at the neighbors, left the neighbors, and went back up the road. They didn't come back down either. They must not have nothing else.
Well,
Okay.
well, UPS dropped the ball on that one because that was the guy that shipper claimed that, you know, that 2-day shipping.
Pat Mack said he ordered something late at night and it came the next morning.
Yeah,
It came
Amazon.
in the morning.
Amazon used to be good like that. If
Yeah.
it was in a warehouse, you could have it the next day like that. Or
Yeah.
Summit and Jegs are good for that here. If you order, usually, like if you order it on a Tuesday, you'll have it Thursday. It doesn't matter even if you order it, you know, at 2 minutes till midnight on Tuesday, you'll have it Thursday. It's like 2 days from their warehouse out of Ohio. So you get that stuff quick here, but Amazon just dropped the ball with everything on Amazon. Look at that rebuild kit I ordered for that turbo. We went almost like 10 days on it.
Shouldn't have been because we have Prime.
Yeah.
So that carburetor and stuff I ordered for his for his weed
Even
eater,
when
it's
you
not
check
coming till
Prime,
next
it's
week.
still, yeah, that's, I mean, even when you check Prime, you're still waiting on it. Them trailer parts,
Yeah.
they were shipped out of, I guess, first thing this morning, they were shipped out of Texas, but it says they're not coming till Monday.
They should be here tomorrow or Saturday.
So that's all weekend, even if the deck was screwed down, that's all weekend, you can't use the trailer, cause that spring anchor's broken, it has to have it, that equalizer bar. that 76 millimeter though, it was supposed to, the guy said 2-day shipping on it, you'd have it 2 days. UPS, you know, it ordered Sunday night, should have been here Wednesday at the latest.
Matt said, yeah, we got a big UPS and Amazon Air Hut here.
Yeah, airport,
We got one there.
yeah. Well, Amazon's are, like if there's stuff in the Pittsburgh warehouse here, you'll get it the next day, quick. There's stuff we've got quick like that. Look, Tommy's got the stuff
Yeah.
I ordered at night, rather have it come the next day. I've got lucky with a couple things, like a fitting or two here or there that would be close by to get, but then other stuff,
Next week. Longer.
I missed the 2-day shipping that they used to have, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if it's the third party stuff that causes it or what causes it anymore, but everything you wait on it anymore, and then, you know, they're talking about, what is it, August, is that what they're saying about strike?
They're going on strike in August.
Which is what, UPS?
UPS.
Well, it looks like FedEx will do, but like I said, FedEx does a lot stand-up better job. When it comes to the shippers, like, 'cause look at that one part I ordered,
Yeah, I remember that.
and it was when we had that windstorm in the spring, and, what was it, down there, the hub or whatever got hit down there in, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee or Kentucky,
One of them
just
two.
the FedEx, one of their main hubs, had a lot of wind damage and everything. And they said about, your package was delayed because of the weather. And then I checked it later on and I got an update, and the update said it was gonna arrive on a Sunday.
Yeah, they've been delivering on Sunday.
Yeah, FedEx will deliver on Sunday to make it right.
They've been, because neighbor got something this Sunday.
No, like that stuff I've been waiting on, UPS has had it, it's been in UPS's possession since Monday morning, is when it was picked up. UPS has had it. They're saying tomorrow, but we'll see. Cause I think the last I checked it, it was in Ohio.
Yeah. Might be here tomorrow. Maybe. You might get it.
Well, I got it checked on there too, like the time, I got it checked for my time, that way you know when the package was, instead of where it was shipped from, because California 3-hour difference, but
Mohawk 62. Gotta go. Have a great night, everyone.
alright,
Chat with
Mohawk,
you
thanks for
later.
stopping in, buddy, appreciate it.
Yep. Good night.
Have
Thanks
a
for
good one,
stopping
bud.
in, buddy.
But I got our time checked on there, and I noticed the last update on it, it said that it was in Ohio at 9:38 p.m. on, the 13th. How could that be?
On Accord. FedEx microwave I ordered, delivered about a month ago. Got my money back from the store. You ordered it a month ago?
Yeah.
Must not have.
No, I know, it's crazy some of the stuff. Was it something, I ordered something, it took forever. Remember that one time I ordered that,
Never made it, he said.
yeah, remember that alignment tool I ordered that time for adjusting the outdrive, the shaft alignment on the outdrive. Remember I ordered it, never got it.
Yeah.
And
There's still stuff, yeah.
they ended up refunding the money on it, but I never got it. When I did the gimbal bearings and stuff, gimbal bearings and bellows in the boat, I ordered an alignment shaft for that Mercruiser that way you
Yeah.
can adjust the motor mounts so you don't tear up your coupler. And I ordered one from a boat shop on eBay, and they sent it, but
I
never
think
got
they're
it.
all slacking the UPS and FedEx.
Yeah.
And well, especially the postal service. Mainly them.
Yep, and the postal service should be. I mean, like I said, with all the stuff that gets shipped, the postal service should be making money hand over fist.
Yeah, but they say they're not.
Well, they don't because it's the government. They waste it. They blow it. They don't know what they're doing. Just like honestly, look at Sears. Sears could have been Amazon. Sears was Amazon before Amazon.
Sears used to, yeah.
When Sears done the catalog,
No.
but when the internet started getting big in the late 90s, early 2000s, Sears refused to put, if Sears would have put everything in the Sears catalog on our website, like the big catalogs, like when you used to be able to buy houses and cars and everything, guns, anything you wanted, you could buy from Sears. If Sears would have took that catalog they sent and put it on the internet when the internet first started growing, they would be big as Amazon right now. There probably might not even be an Amazon. Amazon started off as a bookstore.
Well, you used to be able to afford it through Montgomery Wards too.
Yeah. But Sears had everything.
Sears had it all.
Done mail order.
Yeah, they had it. Mail orders.
And instead of focusing on their mail order, they put all their eggs in the stores and went bankrupt. Nobody goes to stores anymore. Why would you want to? You got to go deal with people that don't know what they're doing, don't care to help you, don't want to help you, or bothered by helping you.
When you just can order online and get it within, well,
And you can call a parts store, knowing exactly what you need, give them the part number for it and everything, have them argue with you that it's not what you want, or
yeah, like I called them about my lawnmower belt. Oh, we don't have belt sizes. I guarantee they do because I bought them there before.
well,
Or
that one
what's
day-
it off of? What's the year and all that? So they asked me what the year of my lawnmower was and not the model and what all this. I said it's a deck belt. It's a 1/2 inch by 104.
Yeah, that's you need.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, you need a V belt that's a 1/2 inch thick and 104 inches long.
That's all you
That's
need.
it.
That's all they needed to know. They didn't need to know everything else about the mower.
Well, I had that
And I
one
told
guy
him
that
that.
one time there in Vance Auto, that's he was like, oh, I need it, and I was like, look, bud, I said, unless your computer, you can look up an 88 Samurai that has that 9316 Geo Tracker motor in it.
Now, Pat Matt says I think you can mail order. No, you can mail order houses. I think from Sears.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, they could have been Amazon. They blew it.
You think you could?
Yeah, absolutely. He's correct, 100%. You could order houses through Sears. You could order anything from Sears.
No.
And they asked him about it when the internet came out. They had people suggested to him, hey, you should put this stuff on the internet. It's a fad.
Alan Acor remembers when Sears had rebuilt motors, even flatheads. Ford and was right in the store in front of Michigan, Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
They had the motors and everything in front of stores.
Oh, I know, it's crazy, but that guy at the parts store that day, though, I asked, I said, if you can find in your computer, though, it said the 88 Samurai, it's got a 93 tracker motor, and I said it's got a Chevy 10SI alternator on it that's off of like a 80, it had to be off of carbureted, because it was a V-belt pulley still. So it was off of like a carbureted 2.8 is what that alternator was off of.
Yeah.
With a Toyota power steering pump. I said, if you could look that up and tell me the belt, if not, I said, this is the belt I need right here. Because you're not going to find it. Because I remember there were pulleys I had that I took that, because I didn't have a double groove pulley for the bottom, but I had that one pulley that would set down in there and index just right. So I spot welded it to make a double groove pulley to run power steering.
Yeah.
And I had a tracker box and a Toyota pump and a Chevy alternator. And then I had the low mount tracker AC compressor in there, and I had it converted over to an air pump for that, because I had that inline oiler to keep it from locking up from running with no oil.
Yeah.
But it was a hodgepodge of parts.
Yep, I'm old, Alan, of course says. Yep, I'm old too, I guess. too, I guess.
Used to, you could go somewhere and other people would try to help you.
Yeah, but no more. They don't care to help you. They don't want to help. You go in the store, you want to ask somebody for something, and there's no one to be around. You can't find no one to ask for help.
Or they just tell you they don't have it, so they ain't gotta look for it.
Like when I went to get that dog's flea medicine, I had to ask somebody. I had to find them first.
I went into AutoZone to get that compression fitting for that transmission line because I wanted to take that piece of rubber hose out, and I didn't feel like where it was at, it would have been a pain to flare it, put a union in there, so I was like, okay, it's transmission line, a compression fitting's perfectly acceptable for transmission line.
Yeah.
I went in there and I told that it's an older black lady working in there, which doesn't matter, she's old enough, she should have common sense, usually older people have a little bit more sense. I went in there and asked her for a 5/16 compression fitting though, and she didn't even know what I was talking about. I was like, it's a little bright. I was like, and she's like, we'll just come back here and look for it. And we walked back in the back, and I had to get it off the shelf. I mean, I understand, but you shouldn't work in an auto parts store if you don't have a grasp of how vehicles work. Because
They don't have no clue.
not on her, you know, I mean, it's a parts store that puts these people in there, you know, good for her, you know, she's wanting to be there and work.
Of course, said for about the last 20 years, some auto parts guys will treat you like you are a brother.
Yeah.
Yep. They would, but no, they ain't. Not no more.
No, remember the old parts stores, man.
Look up, Tracy down here.
Tracy down here at our local Advance Auto does good. He's been there for at least 25 years, and he worked for
He does
Ford.
good.
Yeah, he was a tech for Ford, so he knows what he's doing. I walk in there and he'd figure out Duraspark boxes. He knew by the color of the plug which one it was. He didn't have to look anything up. He just go back and get your part.
You don't have guys like them.
He's
people
still
like that
there,
no more.
and that's the only one I'll deal with. If I go
Yeah,
to
you
Advance
can,
Auto,
Advance
Tracy
Auto.
ain't in there, I won't even go in there because of that. That's the only one I'm gonna deal with.
And he knows this boy.
And he knows, yeah, he
Yeah.
knows it's by name as soon as you walk in. But look at parts stores like Back Creek. They had bar stools. Anybody remember that? You go in a parts store and they had bar stools at the counter. You could sit there and chat. Napa have stools. Just
They
go in.
have that over at Burhart, and
Yeah.
when you go into the lawnmower part, they have the stools where you can
Yeah, you
sit
go
there.
there and just hang out at the counter. Man.
Yeah.
Get the book out. Let's go through the book.
They have it over there. But that's where they got, you go to get lawnmower parts,
Yeah.
right? You just,
I know, just like remember D'Amico's, you know.
yeah, the Migos too.
They had the big books there, man. And usually you had a guy that didn't even need
Hello,
the book.
Carlene. She made it. She says hello.
Hey, hello, Colleen. Yeah, they had the books.
Yeah, that was today, Schultz.
You walked in there, you didn't even, they didn't even have to look at the book. The guy knew the part number. As soon as he seen what you had, he seen you carry it in.
Yeah. Not no more
He
now.
was getting it for you. If it was broken carrying it in, he's like, oh, yeah, you need this.
Yeah, they were today, but no more.
And now, you know,
Go in there and they
no,
don't
it's
know
not
what
that.
they're doing. Some of the old ones don't either.
Yeah, young people can be smart. It's not even an age thing. It's just to do with a societal thing in general.
Yes.
It's not age. It doesn't matter age. It doesn't matter color. Any of that doesn't matter. Race. None of that matters. It's just it's society in general. It's because we handed out trophies to everybody for so long. Everybody just expects that they don't. It's life is hard. If you don't do good in life, life's gonna kick you. You know what I mean? And you got to learn how to take that. You got to learn how to take the losses with the wins. You can't. Everybody gets a trophy. Yay! We all showed up. Everybody gets no. Because then you don't earn anything. You don't have a reason to do it. You don't have a reason to
Nowadays,
get better.
you get a trophy just because somebody else did.
I don't want a trophy because somebody else got it. I want a trophy because I earned that trophy.
Well, yeah, that breeze feels pretty good.
Yeah, that's a really nice breeze. That's rain cooled air. I feel blowing up. Now it's actually chilly. I'm getting goosebumps.
I might have to sit outside.
But no, I mean it. I don't know where we're going, man. It just we're going down a crazy, scary place, man. Because nobody cares anymore. Everybody's so entitled,
No
been
one.
coddled for so long, just nobody cares. I was flipping through today, just scanning around, waiting on I was waiting on waiting to go live. I was flipping through there, and I seen this one guy who runs a diesel shop. They're sending him to federal prison
Huh.
for selling parts that takes the emissions off of diesels. Now, what kind of America do we live in that the EPA can actually send somebody to jail for telling you what you can do to your own private vehicle? Once you own that, it's yours.
Yeah.
And they're saying you can't even do it. Technically, by law, you can't take a car, if it was made as a car, and make a race car out of it. It's illegal to do that.
Yeah.
Even if you never drive it on the road again, you're only going to haul it on your trailer, run it on a closed racetrack, haul it back home. It's illegal to do that because if that car had emission stuff on it, it's against federal law to take it off.
Good thing.
That's where we're at. And since 2020, they've been going after these guys, don't it?
2020. We've been going downhill.
Yeah, but that's scary, what I mean? Our
Yeah.
forefathers and our founders would have never envisioned that people would roll over and let the government. I mean, they listen to us on every device we have, they listen.
They do.
We know they spy, they listen.
Yeah, because if you go and on there and look something up,
Yeah.
next
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
all these ads pop
Yep,
up.
you could be sitting there just talking about something. Yeah,
And all
next
that
time you
starts
go on
popping
you open up your phone to do a Google search, it's looking for what you was just talking about.
I know it does.
And then these people are like,
Automatic.
well, I love the ones, these kids with the Alexa. Well, it doesn't listen.
Oh.
Well, then how does it know you're saying Alexa then? If it's not listening all the time, recording everything you're saying anyway.
Alan Accord said he's a big lawbreaker.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but you have to be. It
Yeah.
sucks, but that's where it's at. That's what the government wants. They want us to all be criminals. Meanwhile, the real criminals are allowed to run and do whatever they want.
Oh yeah, you're allowed to go in people's house and rob them now, and nothing the cops can do about it.
Yeah,
But they told that one person.
people can
That was
rob.
around
People
here.
can rob you and beat you and shoot you, but you get in trouble if you fight back.
Yeah, it'll be you. It'll be
Look
on
at that
you.
guy in New York. He got arrested. The guy was robbing him, and he fought back.
Yeah,
Killed the guy robbing him. He's the one that gets arrested.
yeah, I've seen that.
If you want to rob people, okay, you want to rob people. That's what you want to do. But understand, the second you decide to rob somebody, you're saying whatever you're going to take for them is worth more than your life. So if you die stealing something, then that's on you.
Yeah, but they put it on the other.
Yeah, and they put it on the person defending. What's that old saying? That it's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. You know what I mean? But that's where we're at. Who would have ever known that we would have let this country get that far out of control? That you got guys going to jail for taking the catalytic converters off of diesel trucks, or guys selling tuners, which makes the truck better. Them emission controls, if they were really worried about saving the environment, clean air, clean fuel, then emission controls make the diesels less efficient. So they use more fuel, so in theory you're polluting more because you're using more fuel.
To hell and a handbag.
We sound like old men complaining about this, but this is scary times we're in right now. They listen to everything.
They do.
If you don't agree with the mainstream narrative, you're a terrorist, you're a domestic terrorist. Now I seen Joe Rogan on there, and it's one of these newspapers said that being in good shape made you, right extremist. Because you want to be healthy, that makes you somehow, an extremist.
Yeah.
It needs a big fat reset, is what it needs. And I'm afraid it's gone too far to do that because there's no way to reel it back in now.
It went pretty far.
because we don't want violence, you know. Violence isn't the answer. Violence destroys everything we've worked on. We don't want anybody to hurt anybody. But the problem is the other side's allowed to hurt us, but we're not allowed to even defend ourselves back. All we want, I know as most hard waters, all we want, you know, we don't want the air all and everything, but we just want to be left alone to do our thing. Leave us alone.
Yeah, if you steal my tools, that takes that tools from environment till case is over, then sell at an auction and get all the court costs and fines you get. I say all the emission stuff was going, I bought it that way.
Yeah. Oh, I understand that, but then they're gonna go back and start looking. I mean, they send these requests for information to these garages, and I don't even see how that's not a violation of the Fifth Amendment. The government to send you a letter to force you to send them all the information on what you done to these vehicles, what you took off, what you did. How is that not against your Fifth Amendment right that you have a right not to incriminate yourself? So they send you this paperwork, hey, we want you to give us a list of all the things you've done illegal.
Yeah,
No.
there ain't a list.
Yeah, there ain't no list.
There ain't no
You're not
list.
illegal. Pretty soon, guys, you'll have to say you lost all your tools in a boating accident.
Yeah. It's like we lost all our guns. And
Yeah, all the guns were lost in a boating accident, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to watch it, I have a boating accident with my tools.
Wrong way.
Because they don't like a person who has tools who can fix things is a person that doesn't need to rely on anything. And that's what they don't want. That's why they want us all on electric vehicles and this modern technologies, because then you gotta rely on the main computer system, you gotta rely on this, you gotta rely on that. You're at their mercy. They can tell you to jump, and you gotta say how high if you wanna be able to get and do what you need to do. Us people out here that can take a carburetor, you know, a piece of sandpaper and clean up a set of points to get, you know, a few hundred more miles out of them if you have to, you know what I mean? Or you shim this to make it last a little bit longer because it's wore out, so stick an extra washer behind it when you tighten it to hold it tight enough to get by. They don't like people like that.
No.
Because people like that's a danger to their agenda and what they want. People like that will stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
I love this country. I love this country with all my heart and soul. But I hate this government, and I hate what this government's become. This government has forgotten that the people run it. They think they're in charge. No, they work for us. And that's another thing. If you were to go back, if you had a time machine, you could go back to the founding of this country, to when the Continental Congress was writing out, you know, deciding how the Declaration of Independence was going to lay out. You go back to when the states were meeting, you know, with the delegates, and they were laying out the rules of the Constitution. If you could go back there and stand in that room with those amazingly smart people.
Their Pat said they passed the ordinance in San Fran that you can't work on your car in your own garage.
Oh,
They want to make a bunch.
but can you imagine going back to our founders and asking them, hey,
We'll make a bunch of little morons that will just obey whatever they say.
Yeah.
what to say.
because our founders would have completely,
Socially.
our founders would have beat you for asking that. If you'd have said, hey, do you think government officials should be so protected that they have no consequences for their actions? Our founders would have laughed, and then they'd probably beat you up, and then throw you out the door. Because, and that's the thing, these, like I said, absolutely 100% do not misconstrue that we are not for any type of violence whatsoever. We don't want to harm anybody. But our elected officials have no consequences. They get elected to office, and they go in there and they propose these laws, or they vote on these laws that are thousands and thousands of pages long, no way possible they could read them.
Yeah.
And they vote on them. Okay? Because they're not, or they know they will never have to face the people who elect them. They know they're 100% protected from them people.
Yeah.
We need to bring back tar and feathering. Because this stuff didn't happen then. You know, like I said, we don't want nobody hurt. But the fact is, a politician that knows they never have to face the voting public does not care what the people want. If that guy had to think, hey man, if I vote for this law that nobody wants, I gotta go home. They're all gonna be standing outside my front house wanting to know why I voted for it. We're not allowed to do that anymore, so they have no fear of that.
Yep. Amen. Oh, and of course. that's
We
amen.
need to bring it back. The government needs to fear the people.
But they don't. They're afraid of.
They think they're above the law. You find cocaine in the White House, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Well, it's just a little bit of cocaine. But remember when the other guy was in, they kept all the time about his sons. Oh, they all gotta be on crack. They all gotta be on this. They gotta be on that. We know they're doing drugs. You know what I mean? Remember how bad they trashed his kids? But we got video of Hunter smoking crack with his niece,
Something needs to
his
change.
brother's daughter. That they're smoking crack in his videos. There is stuff on that laptop that we can't even go look up to see what he did because we would go to jail for possession of kid stuff.
Schultz says something needs to change, and Alan, of course, says 2024, hopefully.
But they're going to try to steal it again.
Yeah, they will. They'll try to steal it.
I mean, now they're so afraid of the guy, they're making up stuff, bogus charges on him. The president cannot violate any top secret document, he can't violate those rules because he is the ultimate authority. He's the top executive. He can declassify anything just by releasing it. He can't. He cannot get in trouble. It's stated he is given that express power by the Constitution. He can't be held accountable for that. But yet, they get a bunch of morons who don't know the law, they don't mention that part, and they indict the guy.
Pat says get pulled over with a little bit of coke and see what happens. You know what happens.
Well, it depends on what your last name is, man. That's all.
Yeah. It depends on the last name, I guess.
You know, yeah, if you know, and it's really bad, you know, looking, Kennedy, he's been talking lately, he knows the CIA killed his uncle. Everybody knows the CIA was involved in the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah.
Oswald was just a patsy. They got stuck with the crime. Because when you watch the video when
Alan McCoy was thumbs up and Pat said, yep.
when you watch the video of JFK getting shot, his head rears back. A guy getting shot in the back of the head, his head would go forward, not backwards. That's the biggest. And why did the brain matter go back when he got hit? You know what I mean? And this bullet had to like make 90-degree turns to go through him, down through, and hit the guy in front of him. And people just believe, oh yeah, okay. Sure.
Sure.
It seems like anytime anybody mentions anything about, you know, looking into what happened to the gold at the Federal Reserve, or anybody that wants to go against, that's where, right now they want to give the UN basically the power, everybody's like, or with NATO. They want NATO to be a world government. No, we're a sovereign country. We will bow down to no other country in this world. Ukraine doesn't need to be part of NATO. That was part of the deal with Ukraine, was, you know, Russia before. It's a buffer zone. You need to stay out of NATO, and we'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
The only reason our government's involved with Ukraine right now is because they're laundering money. What better way? Okay, I can say that I sent hundreds of millions of dollars worth of ammunition that I don't ever have to send say I said it though. Ukraine says, oh yeah, we had all that ammo in the warehouse and the Russians blew it up. Now there's hundreds of millions of dollars that just changed hands for nothing and nowhere to prove where it went. It's money laundering. That's the whole thing with Ukraine. It's money laundering. They're stealing the wealth of the United States for these global elites that want to run everything. You can only push a man that wants to be left alone. You can only push him so far. We want to be left alone. Leave us alone. Stop sending our money to Ukraine. Stop being the world police. Stop letting people in. You know, that's another. People can stream over the border unchecked. Terrorists, anybody they want. Child traffickers, human traffickers. They can all come over the border, walk right across back and forth. Takes a cat off your diesel motor, you're going to federal jail.
Trying to turn us into sheeps until we submit to anything.
Well, we are practically though. Right now, most of our society is sheep. That's the problem. Especially, you know what I mean, the millennials are a lost generation. They just really are. It's a shame, most of them. Now, like Tommy, these Gen Y kids are starting to get a little bit, or Gen Z kids, is what they are. But some of them are getting smarter. They're starting to see some of the crap. But Gen X is going to be up the Gen Xers that's going to have to save the place. But we're getting tired. We just want to be left alone to do our thing. You know, we was set up. We was there, you was there, we were there. We know what happened.
Yeah, we was there.
That was a setup. We was in that
was
city
a
that
setup.
day. That was 100% set up by the other side, set up to go that way. We wasn't asking nobody to break any laws. As a matter of fact, Thomas Jefferson became president. That's how he got to be president, was because he was the vice president. He got to choose the electors, pick himself.
Yeah.
But Pence couldn't say, hey, something looks fishy here. Let's send it back to the state, which he had the authority to do. It's written in the Constitution. He had that authority. But if you watch any mainstream news, he didn't. That was going against the country. Anybody who wanted to overturn or take over the government that day, you'd think they would have took weapons.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody there with any intention. The only people who was there to overturn the government that day was the feds that was instigating it, the crowd, dressed like supporters.
But they weren't.
There was feds there instigating it. And then the other side purposely let the security lax, told the cops to let people in. That way they already had the speeches and stuff, scripts were wrote, stuff it should have took, at least a day to write. They had it a few hours after it happened.
Yeah.
They had it already pre-written what they was going to go on and say, oh, it's an insurrection. Yeah. If it was an insurrection, had it, and it wouldn't have mattered who it was. If the man in charge that day that asked everybody to come down there and support him, if he would have said, come down here, and let's take this place over and burn it to the ground. There was enough of us there. We could have took that city down brick by brick. And there ain't nothing nobody could have done to stop it.
No.
There was at least 1 million of us there that day.
There was a lot.
But we don't want violence. We don't want to destroy our country because we worked hard to make it. Those monuments down there, those buildings down there, those mean something to us. That is our heritage or our history. We don't want to ever destroy those. But the people in charge hate our history. They did that other story, they went back and looked at all the family ancestry background.
All right, everyone's gonna jump off of here.
Yeah, we got to get wrapped up anyway.
Good night, y'all. Okay, Schultz, good night.
Yeah, we've been
Thanks
on
for
a
being
rant
there.
anyway. We're going to get ready to wrap it up,
We're ready to
guys.
wrap it up anyways.
Before we get kicked off of YouTube, if we get
Yeah,
too
we don't
far
want to get
into it.
kicked off, so we better just wrap it up.
So, all right, guys. Yep. We'll check back in. We'll see you next week, same time, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Everybody have a good week. Stay safe out there. Have fun. Enjoy your summer. Love your country. Till then, we'll see you next week. And remember, guys, sleep in your car. You can't race your house. We'll see you.